pump. I'm going to show you guys 5 different leg exercises that you need to incorporate on your leg days. I'm going to guide you through different types of variations. Okay guys, so first exercise is going to be hip thrust. A little smart thing to keep in your bag would be this little hip thrust pad, because not every gym has one of those available at all times, and you never know when you need to hit a few extra hip thrusts, so keep that around. All right, we're getting into our stance. We want to make sure that our feet have an ankle, and we rest our shoulder blades on the bench. Chin is tucked always. We never want to do a hip thrust kind of leaning back. We can create like neck injuries and spine injuries. Here you can kind of see that I am lifting my tippy toes just a little bit, kind of pushing off the heel. Full range of motion, keeping my stomach and my core tight, chin tucked throughout the whole thing. So if we want to go in and do a different type of hip thrust, more quad focus, we simply just pull our feet closer to ourselves, like almost under ourselves as we're doing the hip thrust. Then we're going to pull more from our front side, our quad side. So there's different ways, different stances when you do a hip thrust. You can do more glute focus, quad focus, or hamstring focus. This one right here is focused more on the quads, simply just because I'm pulling my feet closer under me. Again, just making sure the ankle. Now, as you can tell, I push my feet forward a little bit more, so now we're focusing more on our hamstring. My chin is still tucked, my core is still tight. I'm struggling a little bit here, I can tell. I've been going for like 25 reps at this point. But yeah, you kind of see how I'm tippy-toeing quite a bit to get more focus on my hamstrings. Okay, next up, that was like 40 reps of hip thrust. Okay. We're going into regular RDL right now, a very, very, very good glute exercise, total leg exercise. We're kind of keeping a straight line, as you guys can tell, from shoulders all the way down, hinging my butt backwards as I'm leaning over. Some people like to tap the weights. I personally don't, because I have a neck injury and a back injury, but keeping my spine neutral as well throughout the whole thing. Chin tucked. I'm not really like opening up or looking down too much, just keeping a neutral spine. Now, there's a different variation. We go into our elevated RDL, which is gonna hit and focus a little bit more on our hamstring. We're gonna get an extra stretch on that. These ones you don't necessarily have to do too heavyweight. It's more so of an isolation of the hamstring. If you have like a split of, let's say you have a split of glute and hamstring day, and then you have a quad focus day, so you can still do hip thrust, RDL, step ups, Bulgarians. You just need to look at your stance and put your stance onto if you're hitting glute focused, if you're focusing more on your hamstring. So this one, same style, same form, same everything, keeping a neutral spine, straight arms going down, keeping core tight, but as you can tell, my feet are elevated. This is gonna give an extra stretch on our hamstring. I'm telling you guys, I was going through it here. We have to do a lot of reps. Oh, see, you see all that back sweat? And I'm not even like, this is lightweight. So, okay. Here's another one. So we had the regular RDL, we had the elevated RDL, now we have the banded RDL. So it's just performing a regular RDL plus adding a band. It's gonna give more resistance. So when you're hinging back and then you're pulling forward like I do right now, boom, we get that extra squeeze at the top of our glutes. Way more glute isolation. If you struggle If you're one of those that maybe is a little more quad focused or quad dominant, this is a great exercise to do this for 1 or 2 rounds before you get into your actual RDLs. So total, we have 3 different RDLs that we can be doing: regular RDLs, elevated RDLs, or resistance RDLs with resistance bands. I personally love this exercise a lot, and you can go a little bit heavy on this one too. All right, next one, we are going over to, I think this is reverse lunges. And here I'm just explaining how you do not want to have the barbell onto your neck. You kind of want to have it lower on your shoulder blades. You don't want to rip anything in your neck or your back as you're going down. Okay, so here it's just regular reverse lunges. Just making sure that your knee, your support leg and your knee is never going over your toes. You're keeping that straight line going back. You don't want to push off your toes. You see my support leg here? You never want to kick off. That's cheating. We don't want to cheat. So the support leg here, the heel is where we're pushing off from. We're not kicking from the other leg. Okay. Second one is going to be deficit reverse lunges. So we're adding on a little bit of height under again, just like with the RDLs, we're putting on or we're creating a length on the muscle, which is going to pull and give a bigger stretch and hopefully give us bigger glutes, which is what we want out of this. But again, same form, making sure we're not cheating, we're not kicking off, we're kind of more so stepping off. Next exercise, now we're going into some squats. So I have some back injuries and cannot squat regularly. This one is great. Gauntlet squats. It's just a basic form of squat, but we have the weight in front of us, which will most of the time give us more of a quad focused leg workout. So in here, I'm doing 2 different ones. First one was gauntlet, quad focused. Now we're going into the straddle lift, where we carry the weight down in between our legs, kind of hinging and leaning more forward. Gonna be more glute focused. So gauntlet squat, quad focused, straddle lift, more glute focused, both with a dumbbell. You can do them at home. One you can do for your quad days, the other one you can do for your hamstring and your glute days. Both very, very good glute exercises and overall leg exercises. Okay, now we're going into something that most people hate, myself included, the Bulgarian split squats. All right, here I'm just showing you guys the angle. I'm gonna be putting you through 2 different types of Bulgarians. This one, or the first one, is kind of like a regular, you would say. Most people tend to do this one. It will be more quad focused just because you're kind of like in a straight angle. Okay, now I'm going to show you if we lean over, hinge over just a little bit, and we kind of like push up in this angle. Instead of pushing up like here, we're going to be pushing this way. It's going to be in from our heel, so we kind of drive it through up. It's going to be way more glute focused. If you need to, you can kind of like grab some support because you will be leaning over, but it's way better for your glutes. Both of the exercises will hit your glutes. Quads, hamstring will hit a total leg. But if you want that more glute isolation, you do want to push yourself forward. As you can tell in the video, I am feeling it in my glutes too. And through everything that we do, guys, we also want to make sure that we keep our core tight, our chin tucked, okay? We don't want to have like a crazy head going on. Oh yeah, and that's me falling to the ground. That's it, you guys. thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next.